So other than the horse stuff, I actually brought Jinx home. He is the only one here at the house with me. All the other birds are at aviaries at a different location with my parents. And I just decided to work on Jinx's birdie bank account. And it only took 2 days to honestly, like, what I felt like make it up to him. And he's been doing amazing. I have been working with him on his vocals. So as far as like all the vocalizations that he makes, he's probably our loudest macaw. And by that I mean most annoying. When it comes to vocalizations, he is just the noisiest. And so I've been trying to identify what triggers him to go off and distract him 1 to 2 seconds before that trigger appears. So for example, I noticed that anytime any activity went on and he could see it through the window, he would get very heightened, like a heightened state of emotion. The eyes would kind of pin, his feathers would go streamlined, he'd stand up really tall and just be like, I couldn't get him to focus on anything. Shortly after would lead to screaming. And what I noticed by just taking a walk around the block is that dogs go off too when you walk. And so it's a normal behavior. And so working against nature is quite hard. However, I have wanted to see if I could shape this behavior and give him a different response to these triggers. So what I've been doing is anytime I see these emotions and this energy shift with him, I immediately cue him, what's your nickname? So that he says Bubba instead of going into a yelling fiasco. In the beginning, it was much harder to get him to do it, but now that I've been consistent with it, he understands that he gets heightened and then he's starting to resort to going Bubba instead of screaming. So it's working. It's a slow process because you have to really be consistent with it, which can be difficult a lot of the time. So other than that, I have also been shaping vocalizations from him. So I noticed when I usually give him a treat, I kiss him at the same time, and he started mimicking the sound of my kiss. All right, so I'm working on Jinxie, learning to give a kiss, which is the kiss noise. You gotta listen really close because it's subtle. Bubba. Bubba. Give me a kiss. Bubba. Can you give me a kiss? Bubba. Can you kiss? Bubba. Jinxie, can you give me a kiss? Good boy. Bubba. Can you give me a kiss? Good boy. Good. That was a very quiet one. Good. Can you give me a kiss? Bubba. Good boy. So I've been working on putting that on cue. I've been working on just rewarding any vocalization that I really like. And he's been doing, whoa! He does that. Ready? Papa. Good. Oh my gosh, it's killing me. Do it again? Good. Wow. Can you go, woo? Good. Dixie. Woo! Good. He says Bubba in all these really funny tones. Like he'll go, Bubba, and stuff like that, like things that I say. It's really, really funny. He laughs, but he only usually does that with Dave. So I'm kind of learning his triggers for getting certain vocalizations. But I'm just working on a whole on everything. I'm just shaping everything. I have him out, I have him doing stuff. I worked on having him just wipe his face, so he'd go, and I would just put that on cue. Anything that was quiet and acceptable, I was just kind of working on it. And that's what you need to do with the birds that tend to be louder or give you vocalizations you don't want, is just really, really work on rewarding those ones that you do want. Even if your bird doesn't talk, any sort of whistle, sometimes birds make kind of like a purring sound. Any sort of vocal that is like, oh, I like that better than screaming, reward that and shape that, and it'll lead to more and more and more. So that's kind of what happened with Jinx. He used to be a closet talker. He wouldn't make any sort of mimicking noises unless nobody was there. And so it actually happened one day, super random. He said Bubba while we were working with him on stage on this behind the scenes bird show. It was super quiet, and I just happened to realize that he said it, and I clicked and gave him like a full almond right in front of, like right during the show. And then he was kind of like, huh, and he didn't do it again. I had explained to the audience what I did, and we all waited hoping he would say it again, and he didn't. But slowly it built, and now he says it obviously in front of anybody and in the show environment. So pulling those closet speakers out is really hard, but if you can capture the moment and reward heavily, the birds will start being more consistent about it, and you can start getting those vocalizations on cue. So really my priority between now and getting Chi-Chi is just spending more time with my family.
Slobber!
We got up the big aviary finally, and our plans are to put ROCKO in it, so who is our toucan. So I will hopefully have those updates soon as well. And yeah, we're just really, really excited. We still need to add sand to the bottom of that aviary, but it is up and ready for use. And we decided to use our 5x8 aviary as its catch-all. So yeah, we're really excited. And I should be announcing the new bird, Chi-Chi, like I said, next month within the first couple of weeks. I'm not totally sure when he gets here and all that, but very excited to introduce him, tell you guys his background story, and let you know what we're going to work on, as well as I plan to show you guys day one with him as well, like I did with Morgan. So you can see what that first day looks like with me when I get a new bird. Yeah, very excited. I should have Chi-Chi for about 2 months, maybe 3. We'll just kind of have to see. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you for all your comments, your likes, your support. It really means a lot, and I appreciate it so much, and I read each and every one of them.